Man, I was just playing football. Ironic enough, BG was the one who called it, and then I came right back and called it for him. So, it's just good when somebody believes in you to go make a play, and you do the same for them, and then turn around and both guys make plays. He came to me, it was like, you better get one right here. And, at first I'm like, oh, man, we got to stop this, stop them from scoring here, keep it to a field goal. We was able to do that. And then, we ready to get back on the field. I said the same thing for him. And then he turned around and get a big sack as well. So, hey.
Haason, what do you mean for the defense having bounced back performance like this today?
Oh, man, it meant everything. We knew we were going to come in. We knew we would be challenged to stop the run after last week. And I think, I don't know what the stats is, I have to look at it, but I believe we did a pretty good job at that. We played our game, man. No matter what happened out there, we played our game. We looked how we looked all year when things weren't going our way. Just continue to fight, continue to play, see what happens when it's all zeros on the clock in the fourth quarter.
What do you think about what Joseph and Suh did out there?
Say it again.
What do you think about what Joseph?
Man, I'm glad to have him here. Glad to have him here. A big help in the run game today. Helped out Fletch and Grave. I said it when they first got here, when I knew that we were going to go after them and try to sign them to get some more bigger bodies and out there on the field. And I'm appreciative. I'm happy to have those guys. I'm glad that they came here and balled out with us.
Are you impressed that they were able to play that much after not playing all year?
Man, I seen Linval when he first came out, our first practice when he was here. I seen the energy he had. I knew he was ready to go. And it showed today. Every time I wasn't in and I was watching, waiting to get in as we sub, it just seemed like he was around the ball, making a tackle. Some way, somehow, he was on a ball carrier. So, love to have them guys here. I'm glad to hear.
What was Nick like after the game, and what was his message to you guys?
Just very emotional. It was a dog fight. Anytime you could come back and win a game like this, no matter what happened throughout the whole game, just the persistence, the consistency to fight. He was emotional. He coached here recently with the Colts, and I'm just happy we were able to come together, fight, get ourselves back in the game and win it from him. I know how much, a guy who played on different teams, I know how much it means to beat and get a W over a team that you either played for or coached for. And for him, and other guys, JG's on that staff. We had other guys on that coaching staff as well. For them to get the W today, man, I'm just glad we were able to do that for them.
What was the key to settling down the defense after the first drive?
Say it again.
What was the key to settling everything down?
It's always like that. Teams, they come out with their first 15 plays, things that they worked on all week that they want to hit to try to go get a score early. They did a good job. We just went on the sidelines, groups settled down. And after that, pretty much made it hard for them to move the ball against us.
Both. You can't, obviously we always feel like we control what's going on out there. They're a good team, though. They have good players, and they're making plays. But, yeah, I think we definitely weren't playing up to our standard in the first half. The bad snap in the red zone stalled that drive out. And, yeah, it was largely a really bad performance offensively.
How about the Dallas impacted, because it was also, you took an integral part of the
offense? But this is the way the season goes. You're going to have guys get injured and whatnot. Dallas is obviously an incredible player. But, I'd have to go watch the tape, but I don't think Jack played bad. It seemed like Jack did his job. I just think, again, it was just too many mistakes offensively. We got to get that cleaned up. Really happy we were able to get things going in the fourth quarter and come away with the win. But, yeah, obviously got to get some things fixed.
To see Jalen make some plays with his legs late in that game, is it nice to know you kind of have that in your back pocket at all times?
Yeah, not anything we don't know. I think he's a guy that can, even in the middle of a 2-minute drill or trying to move the ball late in the game, to keep a defense honest and not be able to just play really, really soft defense certainly is advantageous for the offense. And, we kind of repped that play all week there at the end. And, they played it well, too. The defensive tackle almost made a huge play and ended up hitting where we weren't expecting it. Him and the running back kind of went off. We were just playing football. Ended up hitting it inside and wide open. So it's a great job.
Did Jalen say anything like in the huddle, like when you guys get the ball for the last half?
Not really. I mean, just obviously we were all thinking about going down and winning the game, and I think in those times you really just you're focused on his overall presence and stuff like that makes a bigger impact. And I think we had been saying that we need to just be consistent, stop making mistakes, all that stuff for like 3 quarters. So finally, it just started clicking. Sometimes when you go into like these 2-minute drives, it feels like you run plays that you do a lot of, and they're very, very familiar. And sometimes I can snap you out of some funky stuff, and it certainly felt like it kind of did that for us.
We heard Nick was pretty emotional after the game. Did you have a sense of how much this meant to him before going in?
Well, no, I didn't know. I mean, I knew he had a lot of connections here, but I mean, when you play and coach a long time, you have connections everywhere, every time you play a game. But it was very apparent after the game how many, people he still has there. How many? Obviously, Frank was a big mentor for him, and obviously being fired this year, so a lot of the staff is people that he knows and has been with. So, yeah, I mean, very evident after the game that he was pretty happy we got the win. I don't know if it was the, I don't know how much it was him having a history with the Colts or how much it was just. It was a very dramatic way to win a game. So I think all that culminated in some high emotions.
You said it was evident. Was it in his speech after the game, or was it just in the interaction?
No, just body language. I mean, you could tell. And I think everybody was. When you come from behind and you play so bad for much of the game offensively, defense. I mean, talk about a bounce back game for them. Just an unbelievable performance. That's a great running back, a great line. And they were very stifling today and kept us in the game. And we can't do that against every team we play, and we're going to have to get these things fixed offensively. But certainly very happy to see our defense play their tails off, man.
Jason, you've been around this game a long time. I'm not sure if you saw how much Linval and Suh played.
Yeah, no, I saw.
Can you picture what it's like to have that short of a turnaround to go and?
Well, they're fresh. They haven't been doing anything for months, I think, since last season. So they should have some fresh legs. I'm not a defensive coach or anything like that, but it seems like they made a big impact. They had some good splash plays. And it's not surprising. I played against both those guys a lot in my career. They're very excited to join the team, and I think we're all really happy that they're here. It looks like it made a big difference, as well as the whole defense just playing their tails off. Obviously, never just 2 guys, but really, really happy for both those guys to be here, have the games they did, and thanks for playing so many plays, I guess.
It really hasn't hit just yet, but overall, I mean, it's good to be back. Happy we got the win, most important. And just like I said before, I just want to continue to add value and be one of the guys to help this team get into the playoffs and hopefully reach a championship.
When you've got a short time to learn a lot, how do you tell that?
To be honest with you, it's all about terminology. There's only so many ways you can play the 2, 3, and 4-eye, and at the end of the day, it's just learning terminology, and the guys all helped me with that, especially Fletcher, BG, and Graves, and so just going out and just getting off the ball, playing hard is what's most important at the end of the day.
How do you think you're going to feel tomorrow?
We'll see. I got my team close by in Philly, and they're all welcome to come out and help me get prepared, so I don't have any worries about that.
Is this what you came back for, this drama, the feeling of the team pulling out a win?
Oh, no question. It's part of the game. You win an ugly game, you win a clean game. At the end of the day, as long as you win, and that's what's most important.
What does this we've been through it before, what kind of win does this do for you? Does it do for this football team?
It's just finding another way that you have to win. Being able to watch when they've blown teams out, being able to come back and then fight adversity is a good thing as well. And so that's most important, just finding different ways to win football games, because you never know how it's going to end as you continue to move throughout the season.
And I know you've been asked, but how do you think you played out there?
I got to watch the film.
How did you feel out there?
I felt good, but I still got to watch the film and watch what my plays were, how I progressed in them, and go from there.
Do you feel at home with this team already? I know you've only been here a few days. But...
Oh, there's no question I feel at home. Like I said before, just being able to be welcomed like the guys with open arms, it made it super easy, and I'm excited to be here. I had a little bit of a feeling, without question. I know before we got here they were banged up, and we needed to come in and step up. And whenever our numbers were called, we were ready to go. It's always great to get a sack. It's something that you pray for all the time and go after, making plays, having an impact, and again, like I said, having value.
When did you know you were? I mean, did you know Friday? Did you know Saturday when you were going to be in the lineup?
I didn't know until I was put out there. I mean, I obviously had some anticipation of being able to prepare some and play, but I mean, once your jersey and you're on the active 48, you know your number could get called.
How has your game kind of changed as you moved along in your career? Like, can you play exactly the same way you played when you came in, or how have you kind of adjusted to being around longer and getting a little bit older and all of those things?
I think the concept is very simple. When I was first brought into the league, obviously you're young, and you got to learn different ways, play with your hands, do different things, understand the schemes you're in. But I think for the most part, I can continue to play at a high level and get off the ball, which is what I was always taught. And they have to block me at the end of the day. I don't have to block them.
And just try to find a way. And I think that last drive, we just found a way to win, you know. And that's important in this league because, like I said, not everything's going to go your way. But you try to keep the game close as possible. You know, they're professionals too, you know, so they're trying to put it away and we're trying to keep it close. So, and we had an opportunity to put it together at the end.
Did you just get a sense from Jalen and his demeanor in that fourth quarter that he was going to do whatever it took at that point to win the game?
He was like that entire game. You know, he was just kind of just calm and just, to be honest, joking. To be honest, yeah. But he showed great poise, great confidence. It was never a doubt in his mind. So
pretty amazing for a young quarterback like him, second full season starting with Nick, to be that composed and even joking around.
Yeah, I think that's just who he is. That's his personality. You know, he feel like he can take on the world. You know, so.
What was the joke?
Oh, he was kind of a little looser than normal. You know, so he was kind of like that all week. You know, so.
When you get the sense the ball's going to be in his hands on that play there, you need 2 yards or a touchdown. I mean, all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I know with the ball in his hands, you know, I know good things are going to happen. So they trusted him in that situation to get it with his legs, and he did so.
How good was it to see Quez get in the end zone? You know, he's a guy who kind of has had up and down targets and kind of had to stay patient.
That was real good for him. I had came out the game actually, but him to step up in that situation, that was big for this team, and you know, change the momentum around. You know, so.
It looked like Nick Sirianni was a little emotional coming off the field and going into the locker room. Was he emotional with you guys after the game, winning here where he coached?
Yeah, of course. You know, winning against like the team you coach, I'm pretty sure it feels good, and he definitely celebrated with us. So.
So much of this offense is you and what Dallas does. Did you guys get a chance to see and maybe evaluate what you guys are like without him on the field for the first time and get a sense of what everybody else has to do?
I think so, just a little bit, but we still got to put things together. You know, we still trying to find our way and move forward. You know, he'll be back, you know, with us soon, but you know, right now we still trying to put it all together. You know, put it all together on offense. So.
I didn't expect to play this much, but if the game was different, I probably would have played less. If it was winning by 2 touchdowns, probably never would have seen that much of me because now we're rushing. But when the game is close and they run the ball, I'm expected to be on the field.
How different how much have you adjusted your game over your time? I mean, are you playing exactly the same style and way now that you did?
I feel like I'm playing more freely now because I know what my job is. My job is to go out there and not to sit back and be a force in the middle. They're not asking me to do too much right now, and I'm just going to take this role and I'm going to be the best at it.
In the last couple of days, did you and Suh lean on each other in any sense, going through kind of this together? Trying to get
just talking, man. We talk everything through. Just like I said, 13 years in the league, it was like, hey, you feel like this is different? Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about the pregame warm-up? It's just like talking it out and seeing like the difference between other teams and this team, you know. And so far, man, this I wouldn't ask for anything else.
LJ, that was your first time before the game in the huddle with Jalen Hurts. What was your impression of him? You know how he works on the huddle, how he is as a leader, and for him to do that.
Like I said, I heard a lot about him, and like now being a part and seeing it is a great thing, especially being young. You know, a lot of people look up to him, and end of the day, a lot of people don't believe in him, but he believes in himself, and that's why he is the way he is, because he know what he got to do to earn that respect, and he's doing it.
Honestly, it's a big relief. Me and BG, we talked about it. You know, it's something we can't control, but you know, it's part of the game. Things happen, and honestly, us both being able to come back and make a big play at the end of the game, it was a big relief for both of us.
Give us an idea of the sense. The guys you were on offense, people were saying Jalen was so calm, even maybe joking around a little bit. Was everybody calm on offense that you were going to come back in this game?
Yeah, honestly, everybody was calm because that's what we do. Like, it's not good for us to overthink, overreact. Honestly, we know what we was doing. We were shooting ourselves in the foot, so we know we gotta be better.
How about your quarterback in the fourth quarter? The way he took off and ran a lot, and then that 4th and 2 there.
Hey, the ball in one hand, I'm good. Hey, go win us the ball game. That's all I care about right now. So, and he did what he needed to do.
Did you get a sense he was going to lead you guys to a comeback win?
Hell yeah, it's Jay Hurts, man. He do what he do. I always believe in him. So I'm happy for him.